What up? Barrz Circle, man. I know it's been taking me a long time to get to y'all about the Loaded Lux versus a Verb recap, but I had to do it because, listen, man, I'm a lyricist. I'm a battle rap fan. I can't just watch one thing one time and just tell y'all who won a battle. That's ridiculous, especially when you're talking about Loaded Lux versus a Verb. So let's get right into it. Y'all know me. I don't like to waste a lot of time. I am Barrz None. This is Barrz Circle. My recap's different. So let's get into it. They flip the coin. It's a Verb versus Loaded Lux. Loaded Lux comes out in a Versace robe. In a Versace robe. I don't understand why he did this, but my understanding is probably that he wanted to let it be known this is easy work for me. This is easy work for me. Like, I'll show up to work in my robe, you know what I mean? And a Verb was on top of his game. A Verb looked focused, man, from the beginning. Like, he wasn't talking to the crowd. He didn't look out at the crowd like, yo, what's up? STL, stand up. It wasn't none of that. A Verb was focused, just composed, you know? They flip the coin, and a Verb wins the coin toss, and he elects for Loaded Lux to go first, right? Loaded Lux does exactly what he's supposed to do. This is for my niggas up north getting high off that Jack Mac. You know, he goes through the whole thing. And the crowd is repeating Lux's intro as anticipated. Lux goes in, man, like he goes like directly in, and the reason why is because of Loaded Lux's style, and you're gonna hear me refer to style clashes a lot in this blog. But Loaded Lux goes right in and does what Loaded Lux does. He's chopping rapid fire bars, and the crowd's loving it. He lost a couple of people, even me. He lost me like a couple times in his first round. But there's a reason. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just Lux. That's his shit. And a lot of people are like, oh man, you know, y'all on that Lux bullshit. Y'all drinking the Lux Kool-Aid. And nah, man, that's just the way he spits. It takes you a minute to get it. But Lux was spitting so fast in his first round. It's just, it was so much information for you to gather while he's spitting, to the point where you have to have a second or third watch to get everything. And I think that's what takes away from what Lux does. Lux is, you know, he has so many layers to his bars to where it takes away from what he's doing in the room. And a lot of people miss what he was saying, including myself. So when I watched it on pay-per-view, you know, I purchased the pay-per-view. Like I said, I paid my $55 like everybody else. And it was a Loaded Lux first round was everything that you would expect. If you're a Loaded Lux fan, he gave you exactly what you wanted in the first round. And we go into a Verb in his first round. A Verb took a minute to warm up in his first round. And I feel like there's a reason for that. Like, when you go up against somebody like Loaded Lux, man, you gotta set things up. Because what a Verb was trying to do, and he said he was going to do this. A Verb said, I'm going to take y'all king and I'm going to break him down. I'm going to show y'all the truth. I'm going to hold a magnifying glass to y'all king, Loaded Lux, and I'm going to show y'all what he is. And we was ready for that. Let me establish it first off. I'm from Kansas City. If y'all hadn't gathered that from the intro that you just watched. I'm from Kansas City. A Verb is from St. Louis. We're from the same state. I can take a 2.5-hour drive and be in St. Louis. So understand this. A Verb is a hometown MC for me. It took him a minute to get warmed up. And I think y'all been seeing the tweets. Y'all been on Instagram. Y'all know it took a Verb a while to get warmed up, man. But once he did, then we had a battle. But then, you know, he got heated up. A Verb got heated up, and he spoke on some things, you know, exactly what he said he was going to do. He was like, man, like, Lux, like, what you do is beautiful. Thank you for doing what you do, but your time has passed. And that's exactly what A Verb did in the first round, but it took him a while to get warmed up. And the reason why I said I had Loaded Lux 2-1 in this battle, the reason why is because I gave Lux the first round. I gave Lux the first round mainly because he had all the momentum in the first round. A Verb did have a cold first round, but when you match A Verb's first round up against Loaded Lux's first round, it's Loaded Lux for me. It's Loaded Lux for me. Battle rap is an opinion sport. It's who you like more. That's why it's interesting for me to see all these Twitter comments about, man, you motherfuckers, y'all been drinking that Lux Kool-Aid, man. Y'all just can't see the real. No, it's preference. It's preference. If you prefer A Verb style, you're going to have A Verb in the first round, and I'm not mad at that. But if you prefer Loaded Lux style, you're going to have Loaded Lux in the first round. I'm not mad at that. I had Loaded Lux in the first round. And so then we go into the second round, and Loaded Lux has a better first round. I'm sorry, he has a better second round than his first round. Loaded Lux second round is probably, in my opinion, it was round of the night. It was round of the night. The only person I would put up against that round was John the Don. And y'all saw probably, if you subscribe to Barrz Circle YouTube channel, you see the blog that I did with John versus Jack Boy. The only second round that was fucking with Lux's second round is probably John's second round. Lux, man, he was like, he had the glow, like Bruce Leroy, you know what I mean, in the second round. You couldn't fuck with Lux's second round, period. Incredible shit. And, but at the same time, A Verb second round was better than his first round. They both turned up. In my opinion, Loaded Lux won the first round, even though A Verb's first was incredible. And then you go into the second round where Loaded Lux turns his intensity up, everything. And A Verb matches that. He's rapping with Lux. Like, A Verb actually took the situation where he was like, you know what, fuck that. I'm not going to sit here and try to out-gangster Lux. I'm not going to sit here and try to make it seem like I'm more of a man than Lux. I'm going to rap with Lux. And that's what A Verb did. He rapped with Lux. And it's obvious. The second round was incredible, but I think the popular consensus, even if you don't take my word for it, the popular consensus is that Lux won the second round. But that don't take nothing from what A Verb did in the second round. A Verb is rapping in the second round. And can I just take a shout out just 1 minute? Can I just stop 1 minute and give credit to the corner men of both of these fighters? Yo, A Verb had Hitman Holla and Young Ill in his corner, and they was doing their job as corner men. And I'm not talking about looking out at the crowd like, yo, my nigga, he's killing this nigga. No, they did their job as A Verb's homies, you know what I'm saying, as his corner men. Shout out to A Verb, and shout out to Hitman Holla, and shout out to Young Ill, because yo, Young Ill and Hitman Holla, they had A Verb's back as far as corner men is concerned. Shout out to Loaded Lux's corner man. I don't know who he is, but yo, he did his job. I just want to take just 1 or 2 minutes just to give a shout out to Hitman Holla and Young Ill and A Verb's corner, and whoever Loaded Lux man was in his corner, because they did their jobs, you know. It was a great second round, and it heated up. In the third round, though, I don't think anybody will disagree with me. I don't think anybody will disagree with me when I say that the third round was not so powerful on both MCs' parts. I think they put so much energy, both MCs put so much energy in their first 2 rounds that by the time the third round rolled around, it was still a fight between them. But when you go to a URL event and you've been in there since 3 o'clock and it's midnight, Everybody's tired, man. Everybody's tired. The MCs are tired. The crowd is tired. But the third round, I don't want to take anything away from the third round. They both had great third rounds, and I think this is the round that everybody gave a Verb to. This is the round I gave a Verb to. I gave a Verb the third round, and I gave Lux the first two rounds. But yeah, man, a Verb's he's cooking in the third. He's cooking. He did exactly what he said he was gonna do. He's like, I'm here to be a warrior. I'm here to rap with you. I ain't trying to match you. I'm my own man. I'm not trying to do what you do. And that's what I loved from a Verb in his second round and his third round. A Verb never tried to, say that he was Loaded Lux or he's going to be the king or he's going to try to dethrone Loaded Lux. He's like, no, I'm a Verb. I'm a Verb. And that's what I adored about what he did in this entire battle. Loaded Lux in the third, he was still doing the same things he was doing in the first and the second, but I think it didn't have the same energy. It didn't have the same energy as his first and his second. And a Verb was in for the long haul. A Verb fought until the last bell sounded. And that's why I gave the third to a Verb. And I'll even question the first round. With Loaded Lux versus a Verb, I'll question debatable first round. When it was all said and done, I gave it to Loaded Lux 2-1. But it's one thing I wanted to say before I end this blog. Daylight says something very, very, very interesting when he did his Instagram live. He said,
"You ain't about to keep doing that, tricking us." Yes. You doing all the door handling, the knob turning? That ain't gonna trick us. The quantum mechanics. Mean. That ain't. We ain't flying for it no more, man. We ain't flying for the Rubik's Cube and the knob turning. We ain't flying for that.
And this and that and the other, and just think that you're going to win a battle. That was very interesting because I think Daylight is on to something when he says that. The problem is, Daylight, is that you have your own thing that you do when you're battling. Maybe you notice it, maybe you don't. I mean, Head Ice certainly noticed it. Right? So, it was funny to hear it. I don't know. Daylight is funny, man. And here's the thing. I think what Daylight is doing right now, I think Daylight is seeing that Lux might have had a debatable battle. And the battle rap world is saying that Loaded Lux might have lost this battle. And I think Daylight, it's a perfect time for Daylight to get in there and battle Loaded Lux. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see. I want to see all that. I want to see all that. Daylight versus Loaded Lux. Let's do it. But as far as it stands, Loaded Lux versus a Verb. I love this battle. I've watched it 4 times. I'm about to watch it again. As soon as I finish this blog, I'm going to watch it again. Because I think it was an incredible battle. Everybody's talking about who won. Was it a Verb? Was it Loaded Lux? As far as I'm concerned, they both won. But if you're going to force me to choose a winner, I'm going to say Lux 2-1. I know that's not popular opinion, and that's fine. That's what's beautiful about battle rap. It's an opinionated sport. It's about who you prefer. That's all. It's not about, everybody, y'all just dick riding Lux. No. Y'all dick riding a Verb because y'all from Missouri. I'm from Missouri. I'm not dick riding nobody, man. I have a preference. That's all I have to say about that. Loaded Lux versus a Verb. I gave Loaded Lux the battle 2-1. But at the end of the day, this battle's a classic. You can watch this battle 5 times in a row, and it's gonna be just like a Rocky movie. It's a fight to the finish. This battle was a fight to the finish. And I hope the battle rap culture can understand that, man. It's okay. If you got Verb winning, it's okay. If you got Lux winning, it's okay, man. And one thing I'm going to say before I sign off tonight is that a lot more people are starting to notice my blogs, and I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all. And I'm not trying to compete with nobody. This is Barrz Circle. I got my own thing cracking, man. My blogs hit different. It's not about how many followers you have. It's about the people who follow you. Adolf Hitler had millions of followers. It is what it is, man. But Real Barrz Circle, we hope that you rock with us, and it's an intimate group that I have here at Barrz Circle, man. I love when y'all watch my blogs. I love when y'all comment, and I'm gonna keep giving it to y'all. I'm gonna keep giving it to y'all as long as y'all keep watching. So thank you for watching Barrz Circle. Make sure you get with me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm gonna drop all the links for you guys to get in touch with me. And if you appreciate this recap, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. All right. See y'all soon. Barrz Circle out. And before y'all go, shout out to Capo the Don over there at Hold This L Radio and Hold This L Media. For those of y'all that are in tune with him, get in touch with him on Twitter. He's got everything going on right now. He also has merchandise, Hold This L Media t-shirts and everything of that nature. So make sure y'all get with him and Midwest Movement, man. We on our way.